This is all playing out on the same day Governor Brian Kemp gave his State of the State address. The governor told state lawmakers Georgia needs to overhaul the state's laws regarding lawsuits.
Yeah, he says this is necessary to protect businesses from rising costs. 11 Alive's Doug Richards live for us this evening from the state capitol. And Doug, the governor spent much of his time today addressing tort reform. Are we hearing of any pushback out there?
Well, the governor is certainly hearing from lawyers who make a lot of money off of lawsuits, and he's also hearing from Democrats who contend that tort reform could very well favor the powerful over ordinary Georgians. Entering the House chamber at the Capitol, Governor Kemp was intent on telling lawmakers that he had heard from Georgia businesses which are struggling with the cost of lawsuits.
The failure to act on meaningful tort reform will continue to put Georgians and their livelihoods in serious jeopardy.
Backers of tort reform, or lawsuit reform as some prefer, say the costs spread even to businesses that aren't lawsuit targets because they have to pay rising insurance premiums to protect them against lawsuit judgments.
Small business owners reported insurance premiums up anywhere from 30% to over 100% over the last few years.
But some Democrats are skeptical, saying Kemp's message is inconsistent.
We're the #1 state to do business. We're constantly the #1 state to do business. But for some reason, the only way we can keep that is you have tort reform.
The Senate Democratic leader points out that Governor Kemp has actually been talking about tort reform since last year, but has not produced a bill yet, and still no bill so far this year. Of course, the year is young, but when legislation gets rushed, as it often does, that often makes people nervous.
So, Doug, what do we know about who's for and against this?
Well, we know that lawyers are against it. We know that doctors and insurance companies and business owners are for it, business owners in particular. And it's worth noting that many members of the legislature are business owners.